Hi, I'm SurvivorBoy. Welcome to this week's episode. On this special edition, I'm going to answer some of your questions. I'm going to Lancer. Okay. Get all this shit out of the way. Hi, I'm SurvivorBoy. Welcome to this week's special episode of SurvivorBoy. This week, I thought I would answer some of your questions. I get a lot of emails every single week, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. So let's get going here. So what I figured I would do is, there we go. Okay. So what I figured I would do is, I would open up a live stream, and I would get people into the live chat and see if I can get going here with these questions. Okay. There we go. Live chat is open. So, oh wow. Holy cow, folks, we have 47, 53, 61, 2. Wow. Okay, so let's get these questions going. We already have 87 people in the room right now. 127. It just keeps going up. All right. Glad to see people like my show. People like you. Okay, so here we go. First question. Stephanie of Fort Myers, Florida. What's your question, Stephanie? Hi. I just wanted to ask if Connecticut has the most dangerous animals in the world, or just the second most dangerous. That is a really good question, Stephanie of Fort Myers, Florida. That's Stephanie Myers. That's a very good question. Now, I would say Connecticut definitely has the most poisonous animal in the world. The mungface is, without question, the most poisonous animal in the entire world. So do you base it off of if a state has the most poisonous animals in the world, or do you base it off of if a state has a lot of the second most poisonous animals in the world? Well, I think it's a lot easier to run from one animal than it is several animals. So I would say if you're basing it off of Connecticut having the most dangerous animal in the world, Connecticut definitely has that. I mean, you saw the episode where I faced the mungface, and it was scary. And fortunately, I was able to use my training to take down that monster and give me sustenance from it. So, thank you, Stephanie. So let's move on to the next question. Let's see. Andy of Hackensack, New York. Andy, what do you write? Wow, he's got quite the message. Okay, here we go. I studied survival for 4 years at an Ivy League survival university. Obviously, you're aware of the Sison Philosophical School of Survival theory. But do you feel it is preferable to the new school, Presbyterian Knox School of Thought? I feel strongly for the more formed European Axer Trouter combined is more. Okay, Andy, you can go fuck yourself. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have another question here. Let's see. Okay. Timmy from Celadon City, IA, writes, what kind of strength training should I do to get strong like you? Also, did those pricker bushes leave scars? Oh, that's a good question. What does your mom think about these dangerous trips? You know, these are really good questions. I'm going to go through them, each and every one, and I will answer them. Okay, so first, what kind of strength training did I go through? Well, I did several strength training, including tire lifting training, rock lifting training, rock stand sit deadlift pull-up training, and I trained for at least 25 years to be able to focus my chi and my strength. Now, I want to be able to use the full extent of my strength without exerting myself. That's very tough in itself. So I had to do 10 years to focus my strength before I was able to utilize my strength. So if you're going to go about doing this, I recommend seeking George Marmoset. He lives in Jersey City, and he is currently 67 years old. He trained me how to focus myself in order to use my strength properly. George Marmoset in Jersey City. Even though he is of age, 67 is like the new 47. So that man is going to live to see 130. I guarantee it. Next question. Also, did those pricker bushes leave scars? Absolutely. Now, even though I was wearing my Levi's, this pricker-resistant Levi's, I do have several scars on my legs. Fortunately, I do rub vitamin E on the scars, and it causes the scar tissue to go away. No, that's what a vagina would say. So, let me reset. Absolutely, those did leave scars on my legs. Now, I don't like to get rid of my scars because I believe scars show a man's journey or a woman's journey. So I like to leave them on my body wherever I am. If you can see this, I don't know if you can, but going across my hand, that was defending from a large mongoose bear as he swiped to remove my head. I was able to put up my defense and keep him from taking my head. Good question, but yes, pricker bushes did leave scars. Okay. Third question, what does your mom think about these dangerous trips? My mom's dead. No, it's fucked up. Okay. What does your mom think about these dangerous trips? She does fully support. She is a survivalist herself. She taught me a lot of things. She lives in the mountains of Montana. She is separated from my father, who is not here with us anymore. But my mother is one heck of a survivalist. She lives all by herself, no electricity, no running water. She gets all of it by herself every day, so she fully supports what I do. Thank you, Timmy from Celadon City. Okay, so let's see here. Wow, we have over 750 viewers right now. This is phenomenal. Okay, so let's see here. We have JHT43 from Reddit, one of my favorite sites, writes, would you rather fight 20 duck-sized mongoose falcons or one-size Nantuko Indian? Ooh, horse-sized Nantuko Indian. Also, what is the best sort of vitamin X in the wild? Okay, this is a really good question. I love these questions where it pits one decision against another. So let's go with the first one. 20-sized mongoose falcons. Those can be very dangerous. You see, they have a bill that actually, when it does bite on one area, it will not let go ever. So if I had 20 duck-sized mongoose falcons on my body, they're not coming off. Unfortunately, they have a lot of sinew and really dense bones, almost harder than iron, so their heads can't be cut off. But the problem is, horse-sized Nantuko Indians, they are just some of the fiercest warriors to ever exist. My blood runs fully Nantuko. I'm part of my old tribesmen, so fortunately I would know how to combat them. Would it be easier? No, because I would have to take down one of my own brethren. I would have to take on the 20 duck-sized mongoose falcons, because I have training against them. I trained 15 years with Mark Attenborough in Georgia, and he taught me how to combat when they lunge at you, dodge, grab neck, throw to the ground, and open their cavity. And then they also provide a good meal. Tastes a lot like sirloin. The second question, there were two questions. What is the best source of vitamin X in the wild? Well, I would say JHT43. I would say the best source of vitamin X in the wild is from cedar spruce trees. If you break it, you can actually smell it and inhale it, and you will get a direct line of vitamin X into your bloodstream. So, good questions. Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay, here we go. So many questions are coming in. Holiday from Channel Swift, US server. Snow Tile Ice Snake. Ain't this is good. Okay. Snow Tile Ice Snake. Ain't Let me compose myself. Okay, so many questions. Holiday from Channel Swift, US server says, Snow Tile Ice Snake ain't got shit on your fight on, brother. Did I read that right? Ain't shit. Ah, okay. There we go. Okay. Let me do that again. Holiday from Channel Swift, US server says, Snow Tile Ice Snake ain't shit. Get your fight on, brother. Wars a coming. You ready? How you gonna start a fire? When your family is dead, where's your God, Snow? Oh, that says now. Death. Thank you, Holiday. I'm just going to put that one over there. I read these. Okay. I got a couple. Let me reload. Okay. And go back to reset position. Okay. So, DeAnty of Shampoo, Tennessee writes, Yo, Survivor Boy, how you gonna survive the ghetto? That's for real. Saving cracker. Get it? Get it how you live. Love my friends. Okay, back to starting position. Okay. Mel of Pregunta Paraguay writes, Survivor Boy, you so cray. How you make a tent if all you got is rocks and old baskets? How you keep snakes from taking your shit? That's a really good question. Okay. I might have to go do something else to get the giggles out. Okay. Mel of Pregunta Paraguay writes, Survivor Boy, you so crazy. How you make a tent if all you got is rocks and old baskets? How you keep snakes from taking all your shit? That's a really good question, Mel. The best way to build a tent out of, what did you say it was? It was rocks and old baskets. Well, old baskets, depending on which kind of baskets are. If they are snow spruce, cedar spruce, any kind of spruce, not blue spruce, they're useless. Or if they are made out of cedar spruce, if they are made out of old man's graybeard, which is a very thick rock-like tree, if they are woven into that, you have some serious water-resistant baskets on your hand. I would pile the rocks so that it creates a ring around your camp. And then I would weave the baskets together to make a roof. Now, how to keep snakes from taking all my shit is very simple. Most people think if you lie a rope around you or around the area, they won't go over the rope. This is not accurate. If you lie 2 ropes around you, however, that'll keep them out. Thank you, Mel. Okay, so what do we got here? Sven Jagen of Oslo, Norway writes, I hope I said that right, Sven. Sorry, my English isn't very good. That's okay, Sven. If you were given a choice between surviving in the Arctic with exploding butt... It was starting so good. Okay. I'm gonna do this because this is a good question. Okay. My bandana all kinds of fucked up. My hair is sticking out. Like I'm a homeless person. Let me fix my bandana. Survivor Boy's got to look good for his own show. How's that? That's alright, I guess. Okay. Okay. Sven Jagen of Oslo, Norway writes, I hope I said that right. Sorry, my English isn't very good. If you were given a choice between surviving in the Arctic with exploding butt disease or Death Valley with cannibalism disease, which Waffle House is best in your country? Sven, thank you for the question. I'm going to work to try and figure out what you were trying to write there. By exploding butt disease, I must imagine you mean some kind of explosive diarrhea. Now, I've had this before when I was surviving in the middle of the desert in Nigeria, and I did eat a few lizards that caused me to get severe indigestion, and essentially what it was I don't want to give you too much details, but another word they call it is fire butt, and what that is you have severe gas pains and your stomach intestines start bleeding and you have to rest. The only cure is rest and sleep, so that's what I did for 3 days. But if I was given a choice between that or Death Valley with cannibalism disease is a pretty rough disease. It forces you to go out and search for the flesh of a human being. I would have to go with the the exploding butt disease because I can sleep that off. You cannot sleep the cannibalism disease off. There's just no way out of it. And which Waffle House is best in your country? All of them. Thank you, Sven. Okay, next question. Here we go. Jeanette Brattleboro, Vermont writes, were you totes scared of the mung face? I learned in bio that they're like super poisonous. Also, what do you use for toilet paper when you were out in the woods? Smiley face. Well, thank you for that. That was courteous of you. Well, Jeanette, I was not afraid of the mung face. I was afraid of multiple mung face, but fortunately I only faced one. I had all the training I needed to overcome that, and they are extremely poisonous, the most poisonous animal in the world. Also, what do I use for toilet paper? Usually I take with me a roll of grape leaves. On some, they're very soft, they're very porous, so that they will clean, and they actually have within the grape leaves, they have an antibiotic gel that will clean you out. But if I don't have them on me, I will look for the largest leaf that is not poisonous, prickers, have the vine snake attached to the bottom of the leaf, or any kind of Sergei slugs. Those will latch on you, and they will drain your almost a gallon of blood in 2 minutes. So, thank you, Jeanette, for the question. Let's see. Let's move on here. Ooh, this person's very excited about this. Big Daddy Grandpa Man writes, hoo-ha, Survivor Boy. Much respect to you. I got lost in the woods of somewhere, but I survived because of your videos. What kind of balm is best? Well, I would say the best balm would be to make your own. And you could get it from rubber tree plant, and mixing that with Greg moss and adding just a little bit of cedar spruce because of the vitamin X that's in there. You can actually grind it down with a rock, make the powder, mix that all together, and you'll get a terrific 100% water-resistant balm that will heal just about any cut that's in your that you receive in the wilderness. Thank you, Big Daddy Grandpa Man. Okay, and then we are going to move on to, we did Jeanette. Here we go. Okay. Sydney Whiplish. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's right. Simply Whiplish of Juneau, Alaska writes, how do you protect yourself from dusk wolves during the winter solstice? You know, snickety, snickly. Whiplash, there are a few things that could protect you from the dusk wolves during the solstice. I've never seen a more fierce predator than this wolf during the winter solstice. It will hunt its prey in packs of no less than 13 for weeks on end. Not only when the solstice happens that they do get larger, about 2 feet longer, and their fur gets thick and hard, almost like steel. The best way to go about it, I came across a pack of 4. Fortunately, it wasn't more than 4. My trainer, Martin Vasquez, who goes and fights these wolves for a profession, trained me to fight them. He can fight a pack of 13 without too much of a problem. 4, I'm still training on how to fight them during the solstice. I can fight them all day when they're not in the solstice. But the best way to do it is they have 7 or 9 front teeth, and they have a gap in the back where there are very flat teeth that when they go to bite on you, you can grab that gap. And if you are strong enough, if you have the strength training like I do, you can actually open their jaw and break it, and that will cause them to perish. That is the best way to do it is, unless you have the training, you know, stay out of dusk wolf territory during the solstice. Just stay out. Just be safe about it. If you're not trained like I am, I know Bear Grylls, he'd be done if he went out there during the solstice, but I have more training than he does. Okay, so, here we go. Oh, look at this. Oye Michaelikak of the Nantuko tribe. Good day, boy of survival. I've spent many moons watching your YouTube in my wigwam. Your travel songs of the Shuko Wafun tribe. I know this is my journeys to nowhere and a spirit of the world. I have no question, but nay the bear give you the strength, and the trout give you his vigor. Oye Michaelikak. Oye Michaelikak, my friend. Okay, let me reload these questions that are supposed to be on my laptop, but they're not because it's dead. Okay, and reset. Okay, so Brandon from Bridgeport, Connecticut writes, "Dude, your videos are mad fake. There's totally someone taping you. You're a phony. Also, how can a mungface drink frozen water? It's ice, dumbass." So, I get these a lot, especially from people who are jealous of my survival abilities. Now, I will professionally answer your questions because I'm a grown-up, and I don't think with that kind of question set that you are taking this in a grown-up manner. So I will answer this with real information. I never have anybody taping with me. I am out in the wilderness. What you are seeing is me, raw, real, in the woods. Now, and the monkface can drink frozen water because it has the ability to ingest the actual ice, causing it to melt. I don't know if you've taken a physical science class before, but what happens is ice melts into water, and then it ingests the water, and because the water is so cold, it will re-amplify the poison glands. Now, I answered your questions, so why don't you go back to your playing Xbox One, you fucking faggot. Okay, got it. Now, I answered your questions, and I hope that helped. Okay. Next one. Gulang Weimer of Germany writes, "When you are having of the feeling of Wanderlust and want to acknowledge one spirit of journey travel, what does go when you want to get away?" Okay, let me translate. I speak very, very fluent in German. Schweinenbauer, which means pig farmer, which our friend Brandon from Bridgeport is. No, fucking kidding. Okay. I'll redo that one. It was okay. I do speak fluent German, so let me try and translate this. Okay. When you are having the feeling of wanderlust and you want to acknowledge your spirit of journey travel, where do you go when you want to get away? So I'm going to answer, where do I want to go when I want to get away? Now, fortunately, my spirit soars, so fortunately, when I am in the wild, I'm always away. You know, I'm thinking of survival, but I'm also at peace. So it's easy for me to survive. And that question was really touching. Thank you, Gulang. Right here. Again, my heart go over. So, let's continue on. Giles the cat of Avon, Connecticut writes, "Meow meow grumble, meow taco meow, tic tac meow." Those are scratching noises. "What time do you have brunch?" Meow. I usually have brunch in between 12:30 and 1:30. I feel that is a good time to get the pick-me-up before lunch, which I like to have at about 2:30. So that's a great time for brunch. But then again, almost any time for brunch. What I like to have, which wasn't asked, but I'll give it to you, I really like Eggs Benedict. Okay, very good. So I think that's the end of our questionnaire. I would like to thank everybody for joining me on the special edition of SurvivorBoy. We have not finished in Maine yet, so I would like to kick it off, and next week we'll be back in Maine. I just wanted to give a little break so that you can see what goes on when SurvivorBoy isn't surviving. All right, we'll see you next time. Keep on surviving.